Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids and this is my unboxing and review of the Scroll Engage Android tablet by Storage Options. This is what the product packaging looks like, very nicely presented. And I'm just going to run through some of the specifications on the front here. We've got Google Android 4.0 ice cream sandwich, smart, sleek design. We'll have a look at that in a short while. We've got an 8-inch capacitive touchscreen on here with a 1024 by 768 resolution. We've got a Cortex A8 1.2 GHz dual-core processor and flash support. It actually has outputs on it as well, so you can output video, including 3D, to your HD TV. So let's have a look inside the box and see what we get. Now this is a budget end Android tablet. So don't expect all the frills and bells and whistles that come on the higher end and more expensive options. This is aimed at the lower end of the market, but it still is pretty nicely presented and I've been pleased during my tests. This is the product itself. We're going to just pop that to one side because we'll have a closer look at the Engage in a short moment. Now we've got warranty and registration information there. We've got a instruction manual to get you up and running. This is going to guide you through everything that you need to know about your device. Then we have got some earbuds. In here we have got a little USB extension cable. It's micro USB. Let me just show you this. Micro USB on one end and full size USB on the other. We've got an adapter plate for the charger, which I'll show you in a moment. This is a 2-pin Euro adapter. We've got a full-length USB cable. And then we've got that charger that I just mentioned. This is multi-voltage. I've got the 3-pin UK adapter tip on here, and we can charge via this sort of connector here. You can also charge via that USB connection. So that's all of the products that we get inside the box. Now let's take a closer look at the Scroll Engage itself. Now, as I mentioned before, it's got an 8-inch touchscreen. This is how it's presented. I've already actually been using this, so this is normally a little bit better presented than you're seeing here. We've got a rear-facing camera and a speaker on the back. And then on the front here, let me just remove this film here. And this reveals the 8-inch capacitive touchscreen. So even at this point, we're getting a capacitive touchscreen and it is rather nice. Now, before I turn this on, let's have a quick look around the device. So we've got a menu and a home button on the side here that also doubles up as a volume button. We've got an escape button just here and then around on this side, and these are all marked up on the back of the device as well. We've got a power button just here, headphone jack, USB, HDMI out, DC input, reset switch, micro SD memory card slot. So you can expand the memory on this as well. This side's completely clear, the top's completely clear, and then we go back round to the front. Let's wake the device up. So here we go. This is what you're going to be presented with, standard unlock screen, and it's just giving you some guides on how to use the device. Let me give you a closer look at this screen. Now, it's not the best of screens, but this is what you're going to expect at this price point. Let me go into settings, and we're just going to change the brightness because obviously I've got it set to quite a low brightness when I don't have my studio lights on, but to show you this with the studio lights on, I have to pump the brightness right up. This is running Android 4.0. We've got a nice sort of transition between the home screens. A little tiny bit of lag, not quite as smooth or as graceful as it would be on a higher end device, but perfectly acceptable. We've also got full access to the apps here. Now, these are the apps that come pre-installed. This is not a Google Experience device, so you haven't got the Play Marketplace on here. You have to download your apps and files via the Scroll selection process. Not as good. Scroll apps, they're not all there. Plenty of them are, but definitely not as good as the Play Marketplace. Then we've got widgets, which we can populate on our various home screens, and there's a few to choose from. No more than what you're seeing here, which is a little bit of a shame, but at least we've got some to get up and running. So I've turned off some of my studio lights just so you get a better look at the screen. It wasn't very fair showing it with all of those studio lights sort of glaring down on it. And the first thing I want to show you is the YouTube app so you can get to see how it performs for video playback. Now we're connected over Wi-Fi at the moment, and we're going to go into the search bar at the top here and search for Geekanoids. And we've got a selection of videos here. Let us have a look at this one here. And it starts playing back fairly quickly. We go up to full screen.
This video is sponsored by Editor's Keys for a great selection of video editing and record. What are you using to produce the Geekanoids videos? Well, in this video I'm going to explain all, and I'll start off with the camera that I'm actually recording this very video with, and that is the Canon EOS.
And as you can see there, the actual viewing angles are not fantastic on the screen. The straight on viewing angle is really nice. We've got a good degree of brightness. The colours are nice. If I just bring this closer to the camera again, if I keep the viewing angle nice and square on, very, very nice experience. But as soon as you go off axis, you start to get the reflections coming in, and well, we just lose the view of the screen quite bad, especially on this side. It's worse than in fact on this side. But straight on, absolutely fine. The sound's okay, as you heard from the start of this video. If I place it on the table though, the speaker is obviously covered quite a lot, so the sound does sound as though it's sort of muted slightly. Rather than positioning the speaker on the side, it's actually positioned flat on the back. So if we lay this on the table, it is going to suffer. But overall, a reasonable experience. And let's go back out to the home screen, and we will go into the browser. And you saw there just a little bit of a delay in bringing the browser up, and it's going straight into Google. So let's tap in this top bar, and we will go into geekanoids.co.uk, and a fairly good turn of speed as the website starts to load. We're waiting for the videos to load in, but we can scroll already. And again, we've got that little tiny bit of lag, but not too bad. A fairly reasonable sort of white background as well. It's slightly off-white with a slight sort of blue tinge to it, but it works fairly well. And now we've got the main content of the website loading. We can perhaps, let's go back up to the top. We've got the Blue Lounge Sumo review here. And we can actually play back the content within the browser once it's caught up. So it's quite slow at loading this content up, even though we're over a fast Wi-Fi connection. Is it going to catch up? There we go. We are there, and we can tap play. You can do it. Here we go. It is not working. It is working. It flicks. Rather than playing in the browser, it flicks over to the YouTube application, and it's actually playing back the video in the YouTube app. No, it's not. It's changed its mind. It's gone back to the browser. Just showing you how I'm experiencing it, guys. Not a great experience for sort of inline videos within the browser. So a little bit disappointing there. Apart from that, it's not too bad. That's a little bit of a fail though. Let's go back onto the top bar here. And if it will accept my input, there we go. Let's have a look at a standard website. Let's have a look at something like apple.com, a website that I frequent a lot. And it's thinking. So I had to pause that video there. It just would not load another website. I reset the device. I checked that I got a Wi-Fi signal, and it just would not load the Apple website. So in sort of closing on this video, It's a reasonable device, but not without its problems. You can actually see here now in the bottom right hand corner that we have got a Wi-Fi signal issue, and I'm right next to my Wi-Fi access point. Let's turn the Wi-Fi off, and then we will turn it back on again and wait for it to reconnect, and then let's try that browser again. Let's be fair to the device. So we've now got a Wi-Fi signal. It's still flashing up as trying. Let's go into settings. Let's go into Wi-Fi here, and it says it's connected, so let's give it one more chance. Let's go into the browser, and we are going to try apple.com. You can see here as well we've got problems with it not recognizing that I'm touching. Let's try apple.com. Give the product the benefit of the doubt. Is it going to load it? We've got Wi-Fi signal issues again here, and it's crashed out of the browser and gone into the applications, but it's showing the widgets. So not a great performance on camera, but I think it's fair to show you the product, how I've been experiencing it. It has been a little bit frustrating. If you stick to just the normal things, running a few apps, a little bit of browsing, you can sort of get over the Wi-Fi issues, then maybe it might be worth it, but I can't really recommend the product as I've experienced it, which is a big shame. The scrolling gauge 8-inch tablet is coming in at £119 or $180. Can't recommend it, guys. It's been a little bit of a frustrating test for me, this one. I do appreciate you watching. It's promising, but not quite there. I would probably spend a little bit more money, get something a little bit better. So thanks very much for watching. Please do give this video a thumbs up. Please do subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.